immediately Zach go and grab her, and he's like, calm down, like, calm down. And she over there, she's starting to cry. She all mad and emotional. And girl, I feel her, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, this is her sorority sister. They went to college together. They went through some shit together. And now you pushing up on my man after I told you this my man. Ooh, girl, Belinda, you better watch out, girl. Because I don't know. Something coming for you, girl. Something coming. Ah! Girl, I'm scared for Belinda, okay? First, yesterday, I was scared for Belinda and Zach. But now I see that she not tripping on Zach. She tripping more on Belinda. Girl. So Belinda starts telling him to shut up. And they go back and forth. Girl. And he's telling her to leave because she crazy. Girl, child, then Fatima got shoot in the air, and girl, they both dropped to the ground. Belinda and Zach, girl, they are both scared, girl. Then it goes back to Fatima standing over Belinda talking, what's all that shit you was talking about, huh? What's all that shit you was talking about? Basically, like, you ain't no big bad wolf no more now that I got this gun, huh? Period. Huh? Period. Pew, pew, pew. Like, for real though, right? And then, girl, Zach go and grab her real quick and pin her ass on the bed. And he's like, calm down, relax. Are you okay? Like, you okay? And she just crying, keep crying. Now, girl, I feel her, okay? Because that's kind of like devastating when you are. And I'm surprised that, while they were doing all that downstairs, that Fatima didn't even get up and intervene in it or say something. And she really was patient and waiting upstairs. Like, knowing Fatima, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that she stayed her ass downstairs. But hey, it is what it is. But I can understand the pain, Child, then the next scene is Angela knocking at the door, right? And telling Zach to let her in. And then he was like, I told you Fatima's asleep. Child, why she like, Fatima? She's just yelling, girl. I'm like, girl, this bitch crazy. Like, it seemed like all her friends crazy. And then, Fatima like, let her up. And she's like, see, told you. Like, girl, how old are we? Right? And then, I guess Zach, she had said before she went upstairs, she was like telling Zach that that Belinda told her the whole thing. And he was like, did she tell you the truth though? Child, listen. So Belinda go upstairs, right? And she basically talking and checking up on her girl, right? But, she heard Belinda's side of the story, right? So she's telling her, Belinda said that Zach was pushing up on her and she was trying to prove to her, Fatima, that Zach wasn't shit. So she can get rid of him. Child, we know that's a lie. That's not even what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's not even what happened. When I tell you, she is so hurt and broken over this, like, she was just like, really broken because like they've been friends and they've been going through some shit, like, or have gone through some shit, and just to the simple fact that she did it, and then not only did it, but she's lying about it, is like making Fatima even more mad. Then of course, her new boo, Bryce, was outside, so he knocked on the door and talking about like, can we talk? And Zach really wasn't in the mood, but he was like, I guess we'll go outside and grab a beer. You know what I'm saying? So he grabs a beer and they outside talking or whatever. Then it pans back upstairs and how, Fatima is crying and stuff, and she's like, are you sure? She's like still making sure, like, are you sure that it wasn't Zach? And she was like, girl, why you think I left the salon early, like, from getting my hair done. Like, why you think I left early? And she was like, oh, yeah. Oh, and then, Fatima was like, I heard the whole thing. I was up there the whole time. Like, for real. And it's like, child, why would you, like, first of all, like, if it was him making a pass, like, why were you in the house by yourself? By yourself with him. Like, why? He would not have ever been able to make a pass if you weren't in here by yourself. Why were you even here? That's like my question. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? And then, Angela's still kind of like defending her for some reason, like going back and forth. And she was like, child, listen, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Like, you could just leave. She was like, because at this point, like, Belinda is dead to me. Like, she don't even exist. Like, we've been going through too much shit for her to be like this. So fuck her. Basically, in so many words. It pans to Bryce and Zach talking outside. And, he was like, well, Belinda said that you came on to her and you shot at her. Or Fatima shot at her. And he was like, child, listen, one thing about my girl, Fatima not going to miss. Period. She really not. If she wanted to shoot her, guess what she going to do? She was going to shoot her. Child, listen. And then I guess Bryce was like, did the police come? And he was like, no. He was like, were you scared? He was like, no, I ain't scared, but it just shows me like I need to make sure that I do right by her, because she would kill me. Literally, she gonna kill me. And then it pans to Angela coming downstairs, and you know, her leaving, and Zach was like, is she okay? And she was like, she's extremely hurt. And she was like, I'm sorry, like, because I guess, you know, she was really like believing in Belinda's side. So she was apologizing, like, I'm sorry for, you know, misreading the whole situation, like, you know. And then they left. Child, Zach goes upstairs and asks Fatima, big spoon or little spoon? Child, listen, when I tell you that my heart melted, child, I needed to pick it up off the ground, put it in a mold, put it in a freezer for a couple hours so that I can put that thing back, because, child, that was the sweetest shit I've ever seen on TV. Like, I almost cried a little bit. I was just like, oh, a little tear fell. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, she was like, little spoon. I was like, oh, child, it was too much. It was just too much. She was like, little spoon. And then she said it because she was all sad. She was like, little spoon. I was like, oh, Fatima, I just want to hold her and be like, girl, it's going to be okay. You got your man, girl. He love you, okay? And Zach was like apologizing because he was like, he didn't want to, you know, not intentionally, but indirectly kind of hurt her. And she was like, no, you know, it wasn't you, it was her. And he was like, I know, but we need to chill on these guns, this, you know, having a gun. And she was like, I'm going to try to chill. I'm going to try to chill on the gun. And you got to remember, they in Atlanta. So it's like, you know, it's like, you got to protect yourself. You're in, you know, they're black. In Georgia, because Georgia, you got to remember, Atlanta is very small, right? And that's what I've learned. Georgia's very small. So you got to protect yourself from these, you know, people out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So she promised to try, you know. Then, like, Zach was like, I was surprised to see you upstairs. You know, he was like, how did you get up here? And she was like, through the window. And he was like, you do realize that we on the second floor, right? Listen, she said, when I got mad, I grew wings. I feel you on that, okay? Child, it be like that sometimes. You do kind of grow some wings, you know what I'm saying? Because you mad, you in the moment, you know? And the next morning, it pans to Zach in the kitchen making her breakfast, trying to make her breakfast for bed, right? As he had got a call before she came downstairs, and was from Valerie, saying that she had found a lady that was interested in looking at the house, right? Child, I was like, look, it better not be Belinda, it better not be the baby mama, and it better not be Karen, okay? That's all I gotta say. It better not be none of them, okay? Because I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a problem, okay? Child. So then she was like, she was like, I need a vacation, and she was dressed in like workout clothes. So she was like, I'm going for a run because I either need to take a run or I need a vacation. Either one. So he was like, oh, I can take you to Florida. And she was like, nah, I need to go to like Paris or something. He was like, well, you know, I got arrested, right? And I can't get no passport. She was like, oh, fuck. And, you know, then she was like, it's okay. I'm going to just go for a run. He was like, I'm going to come with you. And she was like, child, you can't keep up with me. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep up with me. So, you know, they ended up going running. And he couldn't keep up with her. You know, they started already finished jogging or whatever after, you know, he couldn't catch up. And then Fatima's like, I'm going to go, you know, I'm going to leave because I'm going to go home or whatever. And she's then like jogging backwards, and she bumps into a guy, and she goes and turns around. She's like, oh shit. And then she turned back around. Child, why was it her ex? Okay. She had bumped into her ex. Okay. And I think his name is like Eden or something. And this dude was like, oh my God, like, we should go out to dinner. We should go to lunch or something. And she was like, weren't you the guy that dumped me and like maybe a week after got married? And he was like, yeah, but I really want to take you out. And I'm like, you know, so I could explain myself. And she was like, I don't need you to explain shit to me. And he was like, no, you deserve that. You deserve, you know, me to explain what happened. She was like, I'm happy, and you should go and be happy with the girl that you married. And he was like, I'm not with her no more. Girl, listen. But Tima was like, ha! Child, listen, the pettiness in me, I was feeling that. And I feel like it was well deserved, because you know how sometimes you be wanting to do that to people because they did you wrong. And like, not that you need an explanation, but you just want to laugh because it's like, fuck you. That's what you get. Karma is a bitch. When I tell you she petty on a different level, right? Petty. So Zach comes up after she done already told him that, she don't want to deal with him. So Zach's like, oh, what's going on? And she was like, child, remember that guy that I told you I dated and he dumped me and then got married the week after? That's him. Girl. I must have fell out. I was like, oh, that's a new petty. She was like, yep, that's him. And the guy Eden just looking. Like, he dumped out of like, did you really do that? Like, girl, I told you, she petty. Girl, listen. Petty on a whole different level. So then after that, it pans to Bryce telling Zach that he wants him to meet him at a location. He gives him the address, right? So as Zach gets there, talking about Belinda and the ex that just showed up, and Bryce is then, asking him, like, what are your thoughts about the space? Because I guess the place that he gave his address was like a space. And he was like, if you like it, it's fully furnished and it's only $3,600 a month, right? And Bryce was like, if you like it, we'll split it and we can be partners. And I guess the company gonna be called Rise, right? Because he was like, when you get out of jail, you want to just kind of rise, And then the next scene is Fatima, now Angela meeting Fatima at her job. And I guess they go downstairs. Fatima's checking all, they're going to the bathroom. They checking all the bathroom stalls, make sure nobody's in there. And they're talking or whatever. And they're talking about how she ran into her ex. And Angela's like, oh, my God. And apparently, I guess, she's not really still over Eden, the ex. So she's just kind of like trying to get advice from Angela. Like, what do you think that I should do? And she was just like, maybe you should go and meet up with him for dinner. Now, child, listen. I agree and disagree with this, okay? I agree because if you are truly over it, that situation, and you're just needing to get closure, then I agree wholeheartedly. Go get your closure for yourself, not for them, right? But then I disagree because if you still kind of have some kind of feelings behind around that situation, you're just kind of like opening Pandora's box, and you just going into a fucking trap. Like you just gonna be sneaking around and doing shit that you probably should never be doing. So that's why I agree and disagree. So it's only like a flip of a coin. Like, it depends on how you feel about the situation in that ex, on how you should move forward with that, right? So then they finish with that. They then go upstairs. She's like, okay, child, like, I'm gonna go upstairs. So like, apparently maybe Angela work in the same building. I don't know. Then it pans to Zach, I guess, in his car, and one of the dudes from the first episode where they were playing basketball, I think one of his friends is married, right? And she got him on a tight leash, child, right? So he's the one calling, talking about, oh, I was invited to this girl's party and we should go. And he was like, child, I'm not doing that. Plus, he already dealing with all this other stuff. Zach ain't got too much stuff going on right now. And he was like, and nobody got to know. Like, we won't tell nobody. Child, listen, remember, Zach, everybody knows everybody. Remember how small it was a couple episodes ago? You were saying how small it was. It might have been last episode. I don't remember. But you remember how you said it was so small? Just remember that when you're trying to, be invited to this party. But anyways, he was like, no, I'm not going to go. Which is very smart because, child, Belinda might be there. One of the baby mamas might be there. Somebody might be there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's a good idea. So then it goes to the next scene is Fatima and Angela coming upstairs. Fatima goes to, I guess, the receptionist, as she was trying to go to her office. The receptionist was like, oh, somebody's here to talk to you, child. And she was like, well, who the heck is meeting me? You know what I'm saying? She turns around and, child, guess who it was? Child, it was her ex Eden again in the lobby. And she was like, she walks over there, and the receptionist was like, you need me to get security? And she's like, no, I don't need to get security. I got this. She goes over there and she's talking to Eden. She's like, child, like, what do you want? Like, I blocked you for a reason. Like, I don't need you around or whatever. And he was like, I really need to talk to you. He was like, do you have a minute or whatever? And she was like, no, I don't have a minute. He was like, well, I have cancer And I've been trying to, go to everybody that I hurt them, hurt in my life, so that I can make amends. And I know that I hurt you the most. So it's very important to me that we talk. And she's like, child, I don't. She's kind of like uneasy now, right? So he was like, do you have a minute though? Can we go to your office? And she was like, no, I don't have a minute. So she just agreed to like meet up at the coffee shop at 4:30. And he was like, thank you, child. And then, it always ends like, it goes and she, walks away or whatever. She goes and closes the door. She goes into her office. She closed the door and she's over there just like, ugh, like this. And she's crying. Child, listen. Not only is she, was just talking to Angela, how she kind of still was having feelings for bruh, but now she found out that he got cancer and he has stage 4. I don't know if I mentioned that. He has stage 4 cancer. So he has stage 4 cancer and he's not going to live very much longer. So now that's even more emotions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so then she already agreed to meet up with him. And not talking to Zach about this. So she just dealing emotionally with a lot. So I was just like, my God. So I was just like, at the end of the day, like, what would you do in this situation? Like, would you go to dinner with him or to meet up with him? Or would you like just let it be and just be like, I appreciate, wanting to make amends. I accept your apology if that's what you're giving me at this moment, and then just kind of step away. Because sometimes I feel like, okay, yes, granted, if she was hurt that bad in a relationship, I feel like I'm entitled to an apology. But at the same time, I don't want an apology because you need to make yourself feel better. And then now you feel better, and now I'm like sitting here lost to trying to deal with it and all over again when I've moved on, healed from that situation, and you're kind of opening up a new wound because you don't want to die and leave this earth feeling bad. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn on what I feel like I would do, because I feel like if I was faced in that situation and someone was passing and they did me wrong, which I have a few people on my list, and be like, if the motherfuckers called, I don't know, you know what I mean? But sometimes I feel like it is kind of good sometimes to also get closure. So yeah, I don't really know. That's a tough one. But I will be tuning in to see number 5 to see what she does or how she deals with the situation. But it was definitely juicy, child. It was definitely juicy, and that was a tough one. That was tough. So now, child, we're going to get into the part that I've been waiting for. These toys. I know I'm so silly. Anyways, so Zatima X Zach 2, which would be right here or right here, probably right here, said, Cancer, my ass, you look fine to me. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did kind of look fine, but I mean, I don't feel like Cancer has a look. I don't know. And, I don't know with that one, but child, then, she, ex Queen, was like, he right. Zach was like, that's my ass, okay? When he met up with old girl, with the ex, like, yep, that's mine, all mine, period. You can't have her, she's mine. Like, she's mine, you may have her once, but okay, off that. Anywho, I'm a silly child. And Donna Boo said, tweeted, I don't know why these exes and one night stands think Zach hasn't changed and still want his ass. Like, I agree. I don't know. Like, I mean, I feel like they should just be ghosting and be where they are, gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Then Triple Threat tweeted, oh, Fatima crazy, for real. Like, don't fuck with her. Like, I agree. She done pulled the gun out. She done banged the girl, the baby mama head in the wall. There's no limit for what she would do for her man, okay? I'm just saying, there's no limit. JNDJA stated, I don't know, I don't believe that Zach's baby at all. Yeah, I know he got around and can't keep his pants, his stuff in his pants, LOL. But this one, I don't trust it. And I hope that's not his, though. I agree. I hope that it's not at all, for real. And then Sharon Harris tweeted, I'm so addicted. The storyline, the spins, the depth in the characters, and it doesn't take 3 episodes to get to the next day. Like, I agree, because on Sister's Child, we be on one day, like, and she said, love, love, love. Girl, on Sister's Child, we be in one day for like 4 episodes. I swear. Like, thank you, Tyler, for not doing that with this show, okay? Just thank you. Then, Brandy Blunt tweeted, Fatima needs better friends. I agree, okay? I'm kind of on the fence with Angela. I'm not really quite sure how I feel with her because she just kind of playing it safe. But Belinda, she need another one. But you know what? She can switch out Belinda with Andy because at least Andy seemed like she loyal and down. So switch out Belinda, throw her in the trash, and take Andy. I'm just saying. And so Daya, I believe is how you say it, she tweeted, it's something about Bryce on Zatima. I don't trust it. I agree. I don't trust it either. I really don't. Something, I don't know. Something, yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like it's something because he's so willing to help, so willing to help. But I don't know if that's his nature or if there's a motive behind that. I'm not really quite sure. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Oh, this juicy episode, Tell the Truth, season 1, episode 4, and all the live tweets that I took. The tweets, child, had me tickle pink, okay? And hopefully number 5 we'll be able to figure out what's going on with Eden and this ex Eden, okay, and what her decision was and how that pans out, child. Oh, Lord. I don't know. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. For real. But anyways, love bugs, like, share, subscribe. You already know. Now that I'm realizing that there's 2 episodes uploaded on Thursday, I'm going to start doing Thursdays at whatever time. And then Fridays, I'm going to also have the second part of it uploaded. So Thursday and Friday will be Zatima reviews. Okay? So anyways, love bugs, like, share, subscribe. I love you guys. Until next time.